Hi there, John McAdams here with you again for another ballistic gel test. Now specifically in this video we're going to test out the 300 Blackout shooting this ammo from the Barnes VOR-TX line with a 120 grain TAC-TX bullet. Here is what the actual bullet looks like. Now I will shoot it out of my Diamondback DB15 AR-15 16-inch barrel Banish backcountry suppressor. Now since this is a cartridge that is most commonly used at shorter range, I will shoot it into ballistic gel blocks 50 yards away. And as always, I will measure velocities with my Garmin chronograph. So let's get shooting, see how this ammo does in ballistic gel. Okay, now let's take a detailed look at it. Nice short neck, like I like to see, right around 3/4 of an inch it looks like. Here is our wound cavity. Looks like not gigantic, but moderate sized. Peaks around the 5 to 6 inch mark. Continues to about the 11 to 12 inch mark, then it peters out. Bullet continues to penetrate, deflects a little bit upwards in the second gel block, and the bullet comes to rest there. Looks like about 23.5 inches of penetration. Okay, I pulled that bullet out of the gel block. So first off, original bullet weight, 120 grains. I put this one on the scale. It now weighs 116.5 grains. So it lost a little bit of mass, basically just the polymer tip though. Result, 97% weight retention. Next, original bullet diameter, 0.308 inches. This one now measures 0.610 inches at the widest point. That's almost 2x bullet expansion, 1.98x expansion to be exact. So almost picture perfect expansion. Let's take another look at that gel block though. Now the neck is not too long, exactly what I like to see. Now the wound cavity though, I would not say it is small, but it is also not big either. This is a characteristic of a wound track caused by a copper bullet versus a lead core bullet. Since this is a copper bullet, it's going to make a slightly smaller wound track and there are no lead fragments radiating outward from the wound track to cause additional damage. Now this is a positive if you don't want any lead in your meat, but the downside is that a lead-free bullet will create a smaller wound track than a lead core expanding hunting bullet of a similar size and velocity. That's what we see here. So I would say that this is a small to medium-sized wound track, especially in terms of the width of the wound. Copper bullets do tend to penetrate very well though, and they generally penetrate better than lead core bullets of, once again, similar size, weight, velocity. Now the 120 grain TAC-TX does deliver in that department here with nearly 24 inches of penetration. So to recap, we get 23.75 inches of penetration in gel, nearly 2 times bullet expansion, over 95% weight retention. My muzzle velocity I obtained here was actually a tiny bit faster than advertised. Now I'd rather have that extra 30 feet per second of velocity than not, but in the grand scheme of things, 20 to 30 feet per second of muzzle velocity either way will not make hardly any difference at all afield. All in all, to be quite candid with you though, I was a little disappointed with how this ammo performed in gel, and it delivered a smaller wound cavity than I expected, especially considering its reputation. Now I am not trying to trash this Barnes load. I think it is a very good hunting load for the 300 Blackout, and I have actually used it with success afield on a couple different animals myself. However, when I thought about it, the results I observed in gel made sense, especially in the context of how this ammo has actually performed for me on game afield. Here is an example that illustrates what I'm talking about. Earlier this year, I shot a medium-sized hog with this exact ammo and exact rifle I tested in this video. In fact, I used this exact same box of ammo too. The shot on the hog was about 55 yards as well, compared to 50 yards for this gel test. So it is as close of a comparison as you can make in practical terms. Now, as you can see, I recovered the hog and he did not go very far and was not especially hard to find. but that hog also wasn't very big either. He weighed 82 pounds on the hoof. Now, I made a video of the hunt through my scope, and I took detailed photographs of what the inside of his chest cavity looked like after I recovered him. Both the complete video of that hunt and the photos I took provide a useful reference for how this sort of performance in gel translates into actual results afield on the heart and lungs of a feral hog. Yes, the wound track that bullet delivered to that hog was clearly enough to kill it relatively quickly, but I will still say it is underwhelming, and I will also say that wound track I observed is the sort of wound that can result in a longer tracking job and a more difficult to find animal sometimes. For instance, you shoot a bigger hog than I did, or an animal that is really amped up when you shoot it, or a shot that is not placed exactly through both lungs and the heart like I had with this particular hog. Any of those factors can make things more difficult, and you combine that with a wound track that is, like I said, just not as big as I like to see, you can have some problems. The photos and full video from that hunt are not available on YouTube though. I only share those with subscribers to my premium Hunting Guns 101 training. I will provide details on how to get access in a minute. But back to this Barnes ammo. All in all, I think this is good hunting ammo, and you are not wrong to use it in your 300 Blackout, especially at closer range, say 100 yards and closer. But I think there are some better options out there for 300 Blackout hunting ammo. Based on the performance of this ammo I observed in gel, you should get enough penetration to reach the vitals of deer-sized game from most reasonable shot angles. There's also a good chance the bullet will exit too. But I would personally prefer to use a bullet that creates a larger wound cavity than this stuff that will cause even more damage to the vital organs of an animal when it reaches them. This is exactly what we all want for fast, clean, ethical kills. I'm not saying this Barnes ammo isn't capable of doing that, because I have seen firsthand that it does. I'm just saying that I would prefer to have a larger wound cavity than what I observed here and what I observed in the other animals I have taken with this ammo. Let me know your thoughts on this subject though. Have you used this 300 Blackout Barnes ammo afield? How did it perform for you? I welcome your feedback and your respectful disagreement if you disagree with me. Likewise, leave a comment on this video and let me know the cartridge bullet combination you would like me to use in the next gel test I publish on YouTube. So far, in addition to this video, I have also published 223 Remington Winchester PowerPoint, 3030 Winchester Hornady Lever Evolution, 7mm Remington Magnum Hornady Precision Hunter, and 300 Blackout Winchester PowerPoint Gel Test. And I'm open to suggestions from you on what else you would like to see from me in the future. And if you enjoyed this video and you want more content along these lines, visit huntingguns101.com, sign up there for a free ebook I have written on the best hunting calibers. I also covered this stuff in even more detail in my premium Hunting Guns 101 training. Link is also in the video description. That training also contains a thorough overview of external and terminal ballistics, so you will learn how bullets actually kill animals, as well as some specific examples of rifles and scopes ideally suited to a variety of hunting situations. You'll also discover the various factors that affect bullet penetration and expansion, and you'll learn a couple different methods of choosing the ideal cartridge bullet combination for a hunt that will deliver ideal terminal performance on whatever game you are hunting. Subscribers to my premium Hunting Guns 101 training will also receive access to my extensive and growing library of ballistic gel test results, most of which are not on YouTube. That library has gel test results for multiple different popular hunting loads for cartridges like the 223 Remington, 6.5 Grendel, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 270 Winchester, 7mm Rim Mag, 7mm PRC, 300 Blackout, 308 Winchester, 30-06 Springfield, and 300 Win Mag, among others. Once again, this list is always growing. I have also done ballistic gel tests with actual deer and elk shoulder blades embedded in the gel to give you an idea of how impacting bone affects the performance of different bullets as well. And those gel test results demonstrate the wide spectrum of results you can expect from different cartridges and bullets that you can use to tailor your hunting load to the specific situation. Once again, more details on all of that are available at the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and good hunting.